Hi guys, it's album review time. We got the debut album from The Now. So this album's coming out on September the 13th on Frontiers, and this is a bit like a project, but really feels like a band, I must say, featuring the sons of Cenk Eroglu, great musician, great producer, been in bands as great as Winger, and many more projects as well. And these two sons have just produced this fantastic album along with Cenk. If you think about the ages of his sons, it's just an amazing listen, this album. Let me tell you that from the start. You know, there's something to get out there straight away to think that Reese is 17 years old and Efe is 21 years old, and man, well, you wouldn't know it for sure. I mean, I know there's some great, you know, young talent out there, but this just literally blew my mind while listening to this album. And also, just to top it off, we got Girish Pradhan on vocals, so they pulled one of the best vocalists into this project as well. And let me tell you, he does an amazing job on this album. Girish, renowned vocalist, you know, he's one of my favourites in the metal world today. But they've even stretched him even further, his talent on this album. Lots of different styles he's using. He's all in that rock and metal vein. But, you know, he's got some... We all know about the power of Girish, and when he falls, he goes full-blown metal. But let me tell you, there's some subtlety in these vocals that I've never heard Girish produce before. And the power's still there when needed, obviously. And I think this is maybe his best performance on vocals, and this is definitely my favourite project or band outside of Girish and the Chronicles. I love Girish and the Chronicles, and you know, I'm not even going to say it's any, you know, the Girish and the Chronicles last album's even better than this. I think this is that good. It could even match Girish and the Chronicles, and that's saying something. Produced one of the best albums, Hail to the Heroes, a couple of years ago, of the year. It's just an amazing album. So to think that these, you know, these two boys, along with the guidance from their dad Cenk, produced this album, it's just mind-blowing. It really is. Most of the songwriting comes from Cenk and Reese. Mainly Cenk, I think, covers most of the songwriting across this album. But Reese, if you think he's 17 years old, it's quite amazing that he can write songs like this as well, along with his dad. It's just brilliant. This is, I mean, if you want to describe this album, if you've heard the singles already, that gives you a great idea of what you're going to get. But there's so much more to it. This is mid-80s metal. That's what it sounds like to me. With a brilliant production, by the way. Cenk, you know, dealing with all the studio stuff just makes it a really, you know, up-to-date production. But it's got some real heavy metal 80s feel, I would say. For fans of, you know, Armoured Saint, a little bit of Priest in there, maybe on a couple of tracks, a bit of Winger. Definitely a bit of Winger, you can really hear that. It's a great album, it really is. And so you got Girish on the vocals, obviously, putting one of the performances of his career in, and then you got Reese, Ali Eroglu, and Efe Eroglu, of course, Cenk's boys. Reese is doing the drums, the bass, and the guitars, like the rhythm guitars, and Efe's doing the lead guitars, and they just... Man, it's the songwriting. I always go on about songwriting. So you got that for a start. The songwriting's amazing. If these boys went out there and just, you know, technically were brilliant, but the songwriting wasn't there, I'd be impressed. But to have the songwriting, the songs are just fantastic, and then the musicianship, it's just mind-blowing. It really is. I mean, brought these sons up very well. So, and also you've got some guest musicians. Cenk's actually doing some guitar, some keys and backing vocals. You've got John Bisher doing some backing vocals. Paolo DeSantis doing some backing vocals. And also you've got Cam and Sevin Keskin on ghost backing vocals. I'm not really sure what ghost backing vocals are, but, you know, there are lots of great harmonising some gang vocals here and there, but the focus here really is on the two boys and Girish. It's just an amazing album, it really is. If you're missing Girish in the Chronicles, and you miss Girish's voice, you got it here. But what you got here, I think, better than any other projects he's been on, is the songwriting. It really stands out. So let me talk you through my favourite tracks on the album. We've got Hit and Run, the first single.
Hit and run, you never can do look behind. Left me for dead without laying for your crime. It's a crime, the way you made me look.
This is a stomping medium-paced metal track. Verse is a really riff heavy, and the track has some really cool sort of Eastern melodies sort of coming in and out of the song. This is a real statement of intent as well. I mean, I think this was the first single, I'm sure it was, and I was like, wow, man, that's amazing. And then it's a statement of intent at the beginning of the album, and it gives you what's to come. And what I love, the way Girish is using I mentioned some more styles, if you like. It's more of a subtle techniques in the chorus, using a sort of falsetto, if you like, on certain little parts. And although the track showcases brilliant musicianship, it's such a hook-driven track. Again, the songwriting is the main thing here, making it the priority. The songwriting's the priority. Amazing start to the album. And then we got the second track and the second single, The Now.
Just you and me, babe. Crucified and it's you and me, babe. Nail the love right in the head.
And this track made me even more happy, knowing that Hit and Run wasn't just a one-off. You get that, don't you? On some albums, you get a track come out and you're like blown away, and the rest of the album falls flat. Not the case, obviously. A riff hits hard at the start, and Girish singing in that lower range over a really cool bass line. A really melodic chorus with some little synth touches. It's another winner. It really is. Almost having more of a Winger vibe in this song. No Time to Burn is the next track I want to talk about.
No time to burn. There ain't no looking back. No time to burn. You better be ready for the attack. No time to burn. You gotta make it through. Just like a phoenix that rises from the ashes.
This is a fast track, a real fast rocker, but the melodic feel is all over it still. I mean, you never lose that throughout this album. It's got a shout it out loud chorus. Girish sounds brilliant here, man. Sort of flirting in and out of smooth vocals and using that more aggressive style in certain parts. He really does sound better than ever. Some real cool shredding by FA on the guitar for the solo. Amazing song. Then we got Broken. The heaviness of the first three tracks takes a little breather with a great melodic song. This just shows the versatility of the band, as well as the guitars are slightly back in the mix compared to the first three. Again, some really cool synth touches throughout as well. Just gives it more of an 80s touch, I suppose. A great track. Walk the Line is the next track I want to talk about.
Show me your face, reveal my fate, help me find your way. I want the rain, I want the sun, love and forgive.
Talk about this is track 5. This is a ballad. Love it. An atmospheric track that sort of really has an epic feel. Vocals and clean guitar start the track, and light and shades throughout this dark sort of ballad. There's a real maturity to the songwriting here. And again, the best is coming from Girish, and the control he shows throughout is just outstanding. An epic, huge ballad. Then we get on to Soul Screamer, and yet we're back to the metal.
Dead or alive, I'm going to heaven. I'll steal your dreams, bring you to knees. Dead or alive, there'll be no freedom.
A pounding metal track actually that sort of sees Girish singing throughout in his higher range. Girish, he's got this amazing vocal performance in this song. It's matched by some really intricate and heavy guitar work. It's a heavy metal masterclass as far as I'm concerned. Sort of brings to mind Painkiller era Priest for sure. Some amazing shredding again throughout. One more for the metalheads. And then we get on to Blackout.
Now the angels whisper in my ears about Judgment Day. It's the devil that commanded me. The punishment is mine.
Not the Scorpions cover, by the way. A fucking cool song though, one of my favourite songs. Church organ, then there's a gunshot at the beginning with a silencer, sort of kicks it off in a sinister way, and then an ultra heavy riff. I love this song, man. The pace, the heaviness, there's even a bell tolling in quite a bit of this song. What more could you want? Do you know what I mean? It's atmospheric, it's dark, and almost feels like it could be part of a concept album. That's how it feels to me. The atmosphere, the storytelling, amazing. One of my favourite tracks on the album. Track 8, I want to talk about Exorcist.
The devil in your eyes is screaming, 'cause heaven's on my side. The venom in your veins is burning your face like an angel, a demon in disguise.
It's how you think probably a track called Exorcist would sound. Dark, heavy, haunting. Girish soars, of course, again, just flirting between unbelievable ranges, sort of whispering, then full throat. Amazing stuff. Those core Eastern melodies again that they're using throughout some of these songs are injected into it. It's sort of really creating a good sense of atmosphere. And then I want to talk about Fall Back Down.
While the rain comes crashing down, faith will always find a way, like a fire in your soul. If you fall back now, your wings will carry you home.
This is a ballad. This is track 11. What a song as well to finish the album. It's the last song on the album. It's almost 70s classic rock feel with sort of an emotional, brilliantly written ballad. This is. It's such an epic track. There is beautiful quieter sections with Girish really showing emotion. Then of course dynamic, heavier sections as well. It's dynamic, it's epic brilliance. The solo is just a beautiful section of music filled with emotion just to fit the song perfectly. So guys, this is just a brilliant showcase of mid-80s metal with really intelligent songwriting, great musicianship from the two boys on this album, just amazing throughout. And of course with Girish, just it's like the sprinkle on top of the cake, isn't it? When you've got all that, you just need one of the best vocalists out there to give one of the performances of his career, and that's exactly what you get here. So guys, this is highly recommended. It's not out till September. It's called The Now by The Now, coming out on Frontiers. A definite buy, this one, guys. You got to listen to this album. You're gonna absolutely love it. Let me know if you are in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.